that his
begging me to run a sound
policies
package
are...
Monday morning that shows
his
you hundreds of times calling the president.
The president... Do you even
I'll
know
read your
the
columns
difference?
on the air.
The policies are... Look up the definition, my friend. They're socialist.
By your definition, so were Ronald Reagan.
Oh, don't even start with the Reagan. That was the last great
American
president.
individualism can't build roads. An individual...
Go on, just sorry. Get it all out. Get it
Thank
all
you.
out.
Since the question was addressed to me, an individual can't build a school or assemble an army
No
or
one's talking about disbanding the army.
So
On
we
your
can
radio
agree that the
show,
government is good for that.
yes, fine. On your show,
Fire
you talk about
department, good idea or bad idea?
You're getting so worked up here. I'm thinking you're taking light on it.
Good idea or bad idea on the fire department? Or should it be a private fire department that only comes to your burning house if you paid your monthly fire bill?
I am more than happy to pay for the fire department. I am not happy to pay for a painting that I don't want to look at. Poetry I don't want to read.
You can't skip right to the NEA.
And you cannot skip right to the there's trillions of dollars worth of stuff. Thousands of
of the federal budget and is code for New York, Jewish, perverted, and gay.
Will. Yes, sir.
Anything to add?
I think we need a more precise definition of perverted.
Okay. We'll go on to the next question. You, sir.
My name's Steven. I'm a junior, and my question's for Will McAvoy. Do you consider yourself a Democrat, a Republican, or independent?
I consider myself a New York Jets fan, Stephen.
Since it's been brought up, you've almost religiously avoided stating or even implying a political allegiance. Is that because, as a news anchor, you feel the integrity of your broadcast would be compromised?
That sounds like a good answer. I'll take it.
There was a short piece on Vanity Fair's website by Marshall Westbrook, you probably saw it, where he calls you the Jay Leno of news anchors. You're popular because you don't bother anyone.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Jealous of the size of Jay's audience.
Are you willing to say here tonight whether you lean right or left?
I voted for candidates run by both major parties.
Let's move on to the next question. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Jenny. I'm a sophomore, and this is Charles Greenfield. Can you say in one sentence or less what? You know what I mean. Can you say why America is the greatest country in the world?
Diversity and opportunity.
Lewis?
Freedom and freedom. So let's keep it that way.
Will?
The New York Jets.
No. I'm going to hold you to an answer on that. What makes America the greatest country in the world?
Well, Lewis and Sharon said it. Diversity and opportunity and freedom and freedom.
I'm not letting you go back to the airport without answering the question.
Well, our Constitution is a masterpiece. James Madison was a genius. The Declaration of Independence is, for me, the single greatest piece of American writing. You don't look satisfied.
One's a set of laws and the other's a declaration of war. I want a human moment from you. What about the people? Why is America
Not the greatest country in the world, Professor. That's my answer.
You're saying...
Yes.
Let's talk about...
Fine. Sharon, the NEA is a loser. Yeah, it accounts for a penny out of her paycheck, but he gets to hit you with it anytime he wants. It doesn't cost money. It costs votes. It costs airtime and column inches. You know why people don't like liberals? Because they lose.
If liberals are so fucking smart, how come they lose so goddamn always?
Hey, and with a straight face, you're going to tell students that America is so star-spangled awesome that we're the only ones in the world who have freedom?
Canada has freedom. Japan has freedom. The UK, France, Italy, Germany, Spain.
Australia, Belgium has freedom. So 207 sovereign states in the world, like 180 of them have freedom.
All right.
And yeah, you, sorority girl,
Just in case you accidentally wander into a voting booth one day,
there's some things you should know. And one of them is, there is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science,
49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, number 4 in labor force, and number 4 in exports. We lead the world in only 3 categories: number of incarcerated citizens per capita, number of adults who believe angels are real, and defense spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined, 25 of whom are allies. Now, none of this is the fault of a 20-year-old college student, but you nonetheless are, without a doubt, a member of the worst generation ever. So when you ask what makes us the greatest country in the world, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yosemite? Sure used to be. We stood up for what was right. We fought for moral reasons. We passed laws, struck down laws for moral reasons. We waged wars on poverty, not poor people. We sacrificed. We cared about our neighbors. We put our money where our mouths were, and we never beat our chest. We built great big things, made ungodly technological advances, explored the universe, cured diseases, and we cultivated the world's greatest artists and the world's greatest economy. We reached for the stars, acted like men. We aspired to intelligence. We didn't belittle it. It didn't make us feel inferior. We didn't identify ourselves by who we voted for in the last election, and we didn't scare so easy. We were able to be all these things and do all these things because we were informed by great men who were revered. First step in solving any problem is recognizing there is one. America is not the greatest country in the world anymore. Enough?
I wonder if, I want to know, what is the greatest country in the world? What do you guys think? I mean, I live in Canada, and we have a lot of opportunities here that that even America doesn't have. Our healthcare system is better. Our education is, I think it's better. I don't know if that's true or not. I think that we are definitely exposed to a lot more history than the Americans are. But what is the greatest country in the world? You guys tell me. Tweet me at CinemaBish. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I've been running around the building for like the last 5 minutes. The federal government has approved 100 new RCMP officers for the Surrey, BC detachment amid an ongoing turf war between 2 groups of low-level drug traffickers. There have been more than 24 shootings, including 1 death since early March in the city east of Vancouver. That's our claim to fame. National Revenue Minister Carrie Lynn Finlay announced the government will also commit $3.5 million over 5 years for a Surrey gang reduction program. The funding will support up to 400 children and teens between the ages of 11 to 19, who may be vulnerable to joining a gang. Police have stepped up enforcement and taken an unusual step of identifying targeted victims. Here's the thing, that gang war, the turf war, is over. Almost every single person that's been involved has been arrested, and so after it's over, they commit $3.5 million over 5 years. And what kills me is I think that money could go towards, like, Nicole, tell me how to say your name over Twitter. Let me know. I know you're listening. We were talking about this, and I got into a bit of a debate. I got into a bit of a debate with somebody who swears up and down. His name is Richard. What did he say here? He says he disagrees with me. He could give $100,000 to 35 homeless people, and 33 of them would be homeless again in less than a year, in my opinion. You could give $100,000 to 35 people who have homes, and they would be homeless in a year, in my opinion. Yeah, people fuck up. People make mistakes. That's why it's called humanity. But that's not the point. The point is that we could put that money, that $3.5 million could go towards single mom programs. It could go towards housing and hospitalizing people. We have a guy that stays on our couch every night at work. We have a guy that stays on our couch every night at work. He has cancer. He is dying. He is terminal. He is not going to make it through the year. And he's homeless. Okay? A good friend of mine is currently in the hospital. He had a heart attack. His brainstem detached. They kept him in the hospital knowing that there's very little to no chance that he's ever going to wake up, although apparently he's been speaking lately, which is cool. I'm excited to go see that. But they've kept him, a man that they have no hope for, and yet they have released a man who they know is very ill and needs their care because he's homeless. And the nurse said to him, "You need to leave. You're being discharged." And I'm quoting when I tell you this, guys, "Somebody needs your bed more than you do." Seriously? Seriously? You're kidding me, right? The homeless people here do not get treated, and I don't know about other cities. I can only speak for the people that I know, that I work with, my friends, that I care about, that I deal with every day. They do not get treated with dignity. They do not get treated with kindness. They do not get empathy. Because they are homeless, they are dirty, they are useless, they offer no redeeming qualities to the world. But the thing is that some of these people are some of the best people I've ever met and I've ever known. And we care more about people that don't necessarily need our help or can't utilize our help than we do for those that actually can utilize and do need our help. Like I said, we have a man that stays on the couch at the mission. He is homeless. He is dying of cancer. He will not make it through the year. There's actually no point in even getting him an apartment, because he's going to die. At least this way, he can come here every night. He can have a hot meal. He's somewhere safe. And God forbid that he dies throughout the night. There is somebody here with him. But we can't do that for every single person that is dying. There needs to be some kind of a program, some kind of a system where people who are dying and who are homeless and have nowhere to go have a place to go. And maybe that's something that I can work on, and I don't know, but God, I just got tired just thinking about it. But it makes me sick. It makes me absolutely sick. I think about my mom who's in a wheelchair, or my 85-year-old grandma, and I thank God that they have I just looked at Twitter. I should never do that when I'm talking. I thank God that they have people to take care of them and love them. Nicole says her name is pronounced Juliet, as in Romeo and Juliet. Well, it is a pleasure to meet you, Nicole Juliet. You can follow her on Twitter at SETARELVEN. She's an atheist, a socialist, an intersectional trans woman nerd, candidate for Surrey, BC school trustee. Meow. And she says she's always been here. She's also got a website, so you can check that out. I don't know anything about her, but I'm excited to learn. I'm one of the cool things about doing RFV here is that I'm excited that I'm sort of building an audience here at home, and I'm pretty thrilled about it, and I'm excited to start promoting it here. And it's cool that we have listeners all over the world. It's cool, like, you know, I got Mike Stanley and I got Breakbeat and Shoop and all my wonderful friends on Twitter, but home is where the heart is, right? And I'm, as I get older, becoming more and more proud of my city and all the things that I'm seeing, and I'm becoming more appreciative of the things that I'm seeing in my city and in my hometown. And I'm excited to share that with you, with the listeners. And a good buddy of mine, Chunky Dala, is on Twitter. I'm going to play some of his stuff today, I think. No, I'm not. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to promote the hell out of him. And then in a couple of weeks when he records his new stuff without auto-tunes, I'm going to play that because he is ridiculously talented. And I was hanging out with him at the club the other night and I completely forgot about it. But But he's like, oh yeah, I'm a rapper. And I was like, what? What do you mean you're a rapper? Like, I had no idea about this. And played me some of his stuff, and it was like, holy crap, this is good.